Hi, fourth graders. Today we're going to remember some things about expanded form and expanded notation. So this will be a review of a skill you've already learned. So let's talk about what is expanded form. Expanded form is when we stretch out a number to show the value of each digit. So if I have the number 742 and I want to stretch out the number to show the value of each digit, I would write 700 plus 40 plus 2 to give me 742. I stretched out the number to show the value of each digit. So the 7 in my number is worth 700. The 4 in my number is worth 40. And the 2 in my number is worth 2. So I have 700 plus 40 plus 2 to give me 742. We'll practice expanded form again in a second. Now let's look at expanded notation. So expanded notation is when we stretch out a number to show the digit times the place value. So I'm going to write that up here to help me remember digit times place value. That's what expanded notation will show me. So again, if I use the number 742, I know that my 2 is in the ones place, 4 is in the tens place, and 7 is in the hundreds place. So using my definition, digit times place value, I'll start with my 7. I have the digit 7, and I'm going to multiply it by the place value, 100, because it's in the hundreds place. Then I'll put that group inside parentheses. I'll add my next group using an addition symbol, and then I'll take my next digit, 4, so I'm taking my digit and multiplying it by the place value, 10, because the 4 is in the tens place. And then that will go inside of its own group of parentheses as well. I need another plus sign to add my next group. Again, I'll take my digit, the 2, and multiply it by the place value, which would be 1, because it's in the ones place. So if I stretch out this number into expanded notation, I would have 7 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 2 times 1 to give me 742. Now let's look at these side by side and practice some more. Okay, so I have the number 1786, and I'm going to write it in expanded form and expanded notation. I have to remember that these are two different things. So I'll start with expanded form. When I write my number, 1786, and I'll label my place value, ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Now I remember that expanded form is stretching out a number to show the value of each digit. So my first value in the number 1786 would be 1000, because there's a 1 in the thousands place. My next value in the number 1786 would be 700, because there's a 7 in the hundreds place. I'm going to continue adding each of these values. Now the number 8 in my tens place represent 8 tens, or 80. So that would be my next value. And then my next value in my ones place is 6 ones, which is the same as 6. So 1786 written in expanded form is 1000 plus 700 plus 80 plus 6 to give me 1,786. Okay, that's expanded form when we're adding the values. Now let's go to expanded notation. I'm going to write my number again, 1,786. And again, I'm going to label my place value. I have the ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. I know that expanded notation is going to be stretching out a number to show the digit times my place value. And all of that will go nice inside of parentheses. So to start, I'll start with my first digit in my number. That would be 1. I'm going to take my digit, the number 1, and multiply it by the place value. It's in the thousands place, so I will multiply it by 1,000. And then that will be closed into parentheses. Moving on, I need to add my next group. I'm going to look at my next digit, a 7. So I start with my digit, and I multiply it by the place value. It's in the hundreds place, so I will multiply it by 100. And then that needs to be closed inside of parentheses as well. Moving on, I need to add the next group, so I'll draw my plus sign. I'm going to go to my next digit, an 8. So I start with my digit, 8, multiply it by the place value. It's in the tens place, so I will multiply it by 10. And then I'll close that into a group of parentheses. Moving on to my next digit, so I add my plus sign. I have a 6, that's my digit, and I'm going to multiply it by the place value. The place value is the ones place, so I'll multiply it by 1. And then I'll close that up into parentheses again. Here I stretched my number out into expanded notation by multiplying the digit times the place value. 1,786 written in expanded notation would be 1 times 100, or 1 times 1,000, plus 7 times 100, plus 8 times 10, plus 6 times 1. And all of that will give me 1,786. And I know I did expanded notation because I did my digit times my place value. Now you'll have the chance to practice writing your own.